What's up, guys? It's been a minute since I made a video. It's mostly just been hot out here. Today's a nice day, sort of. It's right now it's like 85. Like on the weekend and stuff, I've been shooting my paintball gun, paintball marker, the spider one, and I've just been target practicing and like hip firing and stuff. So yesterday these were pink. You can barely tell that these little stakes in the ground right there and there and there and there and over there in that tree and stuff, they were like littered with pink paintball rounds, just because I've been using my markers off camera a little bit. I haven't used my HDR68 in a while, so I'm going to use that today, or the TR68. In the US, I think it's the TR68. You could probably buy the HDR68 too. It's the same thing. It's just a different name for the same model. And I'm gonna hook it up to the HPA tank. This is my big HPA tank. It has like 1800 or 1900 psi left in it. This is not restricted right now. I'm not sure if this is getting picked up on camera. So it's empty inside. There's no little like CO2 restrictor disc thingy inside there. And I pulled the valve block out of the valve. So it's like the most basic mod you can do. I think this one right here is the TR68 valve block restrictor. These other ones are from like the HDB, and I believe this is from the HDP 50, and this one's from the TR 50. So they're all different sizes. It surprised me that this one has the smallest valve block, but it's kind of the strongest. I think the HDB, the shotgun, is stronger than this one as far as Joule outputs and stuff, with no other modifications. Because I've gotten the these big 10.9 gram riot balls. These are like steel core with rubber outside. These have gotten up to like 36 joules or 37 joules with this guy. I'm gonna shoot like various ammo and get joule readings. I have my little papers out here. I'm gonna probably start with the Bernas. These are 2.9 grams, and then I'm gonna use the other nylon balls, 3.6 gram nylon balls from Lambid, and the T4E QAB balls, and these are from Amazon. And then aluminum 7.2 gram balls, and then I'm going to load up these 10.9 gram riot balls. Hopefully I have enough air for all that, because yeah, these modified markers use a lot of air. So this is like a big tank, so I do get a lot of shots out of it, but since these use so much air, that shot count really goes down a lot. And then I'm using an MCS tank adapter. If you're not familiar with what this is, you cannot just stick a tank straight on to this handle. You need to have this piece. It's from mcsus.com. I think they have stuff on Amazon and eBay and stuff too. But yeah, it's so you can either hook up like a 13 CI tank or some sort of tank straight to the handle with that piece, or you can use a remote line. I'm going to use a remote line, throw the tank in the backpack, and then start shooting. So I'll be right back. All right, you guys, these are the Berna 2.9 gram Berna kinetic balls. I'm assuming they're going to get 500 to 475 feet per second because they're so light. 450. 446. 444. That's hitting like around 27 joules. So this column right here is the Berna balls basically, and it's hitting just under 450. So it's about 27 joules. I haven't fired this marker in a while. I always like forget to use it. Sort of like it's a really powerful pistol. It's just really big, and I always seem to use like all my other new stuff before I use this one. But I do like this one. I have had a couple issues with it, like not firing and stuff, but that was all the Berna balls. I'm going to get the 3.6 gram nylons. I'll probably just use these because these weigh the same and they're the same bore size and everything. So I'll be right back. All right, 3.6 gram nylon balls. 402. 400 is 26.8 joules. 402, still the same. 402, still the same. 402, pretty consistent. 404. So yeah, it's still hitting right around that 27 joule, 26 joule range. This is the 3.6 gram column, which is what I was just shooting, and it was hitting pretty much like 400 all the time. So 26.8 joules. I'm gonna put the aluminum balls in here. All right, you guys, I got the aluminum alien play balls from Amazon. They're 7.2 grams. At least the batch that I have is 7.2 grams. And I'll see what this does. 304. 300 is 30 joules. 300 feet per second is 30 joules. 304. 304. 302. 300. I'm gonna check my air tank and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, that was 15 shots, and my air tank went from like 1900 to like 1100 ish, or like 1400. It's about 1400, it looks like. It's not quite 1500, but it's just a little bit shy. So yeah, 15 shots from this thing with no restrictions reduced this 62 CI tank down about 500 psi, which is insane. So I'll be right back. I'm going to load this up with the 10.9 gram riot balls. All right, so I oiled up all these balls so that they can fly down the barrel easier and cause less friction as they're going down. So just based off of the speed and joules from all the other rounds, the nylons were hitting the weakest, around 27 grams. The 7.2 gram aluminums were hitting like 300 feet per second and 30 joules. And these 10.9 gram, I have gotten like 270 or something when this thing was brand new. 270 feet per second, which is around 36 joules. So I'm thinking I'll probably at least hit 240 or higher, hopefully. So we'll see what this does. Yeah, these things are heavy. So 252, 246, 254, 252, 250. I believe that was 5. Yeah, that's 5 rounds. So I was pretty much getting like 250. I don't have a shortcut for 250, but 240 is 29.2 and 260 is 34.2. So if you go halfway in between, that's like 32 joules, most likely, or maybe 31 and a half, something like that. So yeah, that definitely gonna hurt. And those things are heavy. These freaking riot balls are so heavy. These ones, I got these ones because I just wanted to try something different. A lot of people have the 9.9 gram PVC ones with the steel ball on the inside, and I want these to be like less lethal. And I think the rubber rounds by themselves, they kind of like have a bad rap, I guess, because they're rubber, so they deform and bend and like misshape when they hit stuff. I'm gonna degas this marker really quick. So yeah, normal rubber rounds, like the all rubber, I think they change shape when they hit something and they impact something, and they bounce off of like hard objects. But since this is like a less lethal thing, I'm not using this to lethally permanently damage somebody if that ever happens. These are rubber balls, but they have a steel core on the inside, so they weigh more. And I feel like when the rubber reshapes or recontours to whatever it's hitting, it's probably causing that impact to like kind of spread out over a little bit larger of an area. So I'm going to have less penetration, which is kind of what you want with a less lethal arm. And you'll have more like blunt impact damage from this type of round. And I think law enforcement and stuff use rubber rounds primarily. I don't think they use like hard nylon stuff. I mean, they might. I don't know that much about that. But yeah, I bought these rubber rounds because the only other rubber rounds I have are like the cheap little crappy T4E Umarex, you know, like 2.9 gram, 2.8 gram rubber rounds that are completely rubber. And these are like, they have that steel core on the inside. So I feel like they're a better option for less lethal, because I'm not sure if this rubber would like fracture a skull or break a rib or something. It might. It probably could if it's going fast enough. But I know that these have a higher chance of doing that. Rubber rounds are, I don't even think you can consider aluminum balls to be less lethal, just because it's a hard metal ball, like flying out the barrel. But yeah, I haven't shot this in a while. I like using this, but every once in a while I have like some air valve issues, or it'll like just, I'm surprised it didn't do it today, where on the first shot it just gushes all kinds of air out, like repeated farting. It sounds like full auto fire, but it's just like spewing out air, and it didn't happen this time. So I was kind of surprised. So that was 20 shots, and it went down about 800 psi or 700 psi, it looks like, from 20 shots off of a non-restricted, no restrictions at all, nothing in the handle, no valve block installed on this thing. I think when I do a CO2 cartridge, I think I get like 4 shots, and I don't typically need the restrictor in the handle, the CO2 restrictor. This one doesn't behave like the TR50, where if you do not have that CO2 restrictor disc in the handle, it just blows all the air out. This one actually holds the air from a CO2 cart. But yeah, I think you only get like 4 shots. And I have put a CO2 restrictor in this, but the power goes to like 20 joules. So right now it's hitting like 28 with like the lightweight ammo, and like 30 with the heavier stuff, for like 32, 33 with the really heavy stuff with these things. But when I put that CO2 restrictor in there, everything goes down to like 20 using a cartridge, a CO2 cartridge. So there's a big difference in power when you put that disc in the handle. But that would be a more practical way to use this, other than having a big old tank attached to it. Like you wouldn't, this is already so big. If I showed you guys this and like the Tip X or the HDP 50 or the Berna SD or the Salt Supply S2, this thing's massive compared to those other markers. Just because this barrel's so big and like the handle's big, it's just a big marker overall. But it's really powerful, and it's only like $115, something like that. I feel like if Umarex made, or T4E made, a smaller sort of competitor to a 68 caliber in the same size as like Berna SD or Assault Supply S2, it'd probably be a really big hit. But I don't know when they made this. I think they made this in like 2021, and I don't think they typically make other 68 caliber launchers other than like the HDB shotgun or the HDX shotgun. I've been looking, I don't see any. They mostly have like 43 caliber and 50 cal. But yeah, anyways, guys, so this thing was, hitting 27 joules with the lightweight stuff, 30 with the aluminum, and probably around 32 with this. I have had higher numbers with this before. Maybe I'll try it another day with CO2, with my CO2 tank, because this is just HPA. This is doing like 800 psi, something like that output. But yeah, I'll make another video in a couple days or something. So have a good one.